Good morning, everybody. This is Mike here at Back to Homesteading Off Grid. Haven't been out here for a while in the YouTube world. Winter is kind of slow around the homestead. I had some issues that had to be dealt with, and I might try to discuss those. The main reason for the video today, sorry about the light behind me, can you even see my face? Is I haven't been on for a while, and I wanted to kind of show you where we're at. I mean, things are still winter here, and even though it's t-shirt weather, nothing being done out here. I try to show you my garden. See, there's just dirt, and what I did is I kind of went ahead and got rid of these holes. This year I'm going to go to something more like Judy's. The same kind of an idea, to where I'm going to dig down a little bit. I'm going to throw the sand on the outside edges of the rows this time and fill the inside with compost and cow manure and all kinds of stuff like that. There's a chance that we won't get much planted this year in this lower garden. I've got a building project that is fairly important that needs to be done over here by the house. We need a shed because we're kind of outgrowing our RV. This is not an addition. This is not a building. This is not something that we live in. It's a shed. So don't be confused. And it is under 200 square feet. So if you look here, see if I can get out of the way. This area right here, I'm going to build a 12 by 16 shed, and that'll allow us to have things like, I don't know, refrigerator, stuff like that. Foundation, it's a floating foundation. These bags of gravel. Gravel we found on our own land. It's very sandy down here in the whole area, but if we go up the hill a little bit, because we own 40 acres and we're down on the bottom 5, there's quite a bit of gravel. And so what we did is we went up there a little bit each day, fill a couple of bags, come back. It was winter, what the heck. And we ended up with, 47 bags or whatever. I think I needed 45. And so what I did is I took a bucket like this, cut the bottom out of it, because the bags fit perfectly around the outside edge, so that I could hold it open for Judy to dump the gravel in. We use this little screen right here to screen the sand from the gravel, and the smallest gravel fell through it. I didn't need this small gravel anyway. It's hard on my hand, sorry. And so then we just bagged up all those bags, and that's going to be the foundation. I think over here she got a really good deal on some pressure treated wood, and they're really curvy. But what I thought I'd do is I could sink them in the ground, cut them in half. See how curvy they are? Sink them in the ground and have them stick out enough that it'll help hold because of the wind we get here. Floating foundation is fine, but you need to have something to keep it from blowing away. Like the shed here. I'm sorry, the greenhouse here. Show you what we did here. I think I showed it in a previous video. See these fence posts? All 4 corners are fence posted, and that has held just fine. Now the plastic was pretty much trashed. You can see a piece of it there. And so this year we went ahead and put up new plastic. You can see right there, across here, And there. On the bottom, we put pallets. And we top the pallets off with some 2x6 so that they're not going to go anywhere. And then I'm trying to do this without flipping the camera around. If you can see down here, she's in the process of cobbing. Once it's all cobbed, then we won't need the plastic on the lower part of it, just on the top. And then I'm hoping this year to build some screening. I mean, we don't even have this piece here in, and we're thinking about not doing it because it's so warm. Screen house, you know, I set the, or not screen house, the shade house. Shade's in pretty bad shape. I did kind of put it out once, and then the wind took off again. We do have a wind warning for today, and so I'm trying to get this done early. Here Judy's getting some pots ready. One of our good finds, and you can get this anywhere in the country, and it's hard to find it in stock though, and that is this. I don't know if I'm backwards. Mushroom compost. There we go. It's pretty cheap, and it's really a good amendment to the soil. We did have a problem with this water tank. I'll do a video on cold weather protection. The handle broke off. It's still usable. A lot of people actually cracked theirs in the winter, and I'll kind of go over things that I do to prevent that. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around and show you Judy's garden. Hang on a second. Okay. I had to flip that the old-fashioned way. Turn it off, switch it around, and turn it back on. First, the compost. Okay, this was about full, and between worms and a little watering, it's almost down to soil. You can see that things are still dormant or empty. What she's doing here, she emptied this bed out, dug down. Because we have a problem with life in the ground, I went ahead and rototilled to get it a little looser, a little deeper down in kind of in the clay area. Then we came back and we burned a bunch of brush, and then my burn barrel I emptied in here. You might see some little pieces of bone and stuff because I burned the chicken bones so that it'll return to the soil. A lot of times we crush it. This time we just put it in. And then she's going to mix some of that mushroom compost in with this dirt here, which is, it's pretty sandy, but it's really not like the sand around here anymore because we've been amending it. She's going to take that compost that's in the bin and just about ready and put it down here. And we're also going to put straw down to act as a sponge before she puts that dirt back on. You can see over here that she's getting ready, excuse my shadow, she's getting ready to amend all this soil. Here's our apple tree. Looks like it survived. Get a close up here of the, I don't know if you can see that little bud, but it looks like it survived okay. And she's going to do a few things different this year. We're going to try to add just a bunch more cow manure. You can see that over there. We actually pick it up out in the fields, so it's already aged. Most of that sandy look is because we just got through a windstorm and now we're getting another. All right, let me show you down here. If I can move some of this aside and find the right ones here. Here's my little garlic right here. Where's my finger? Right there. See that guy? Right now we have 47 of them that are up. Oh, here's one that's sticking out of the sand. See if I can get a hold of that. Right in there. See that? So 47. I think we planted about 65 or 70. So they're doing good. Can't really grow cover crop in the winter here, and so we put straw. See the straw? And then the wind sometimes will blow it away, and then we have to cover it again, and it's a never-ending thing. Her plant here, this is, oh gosh, what is that called? I always want to say comfrey. That's not comfrey. This is actually considered a weed. Mullein. There's that one. And then she's got another one someplace that she actually transplanted. I don't see it. But they're going to be a second-year plant. And so we should be able to get seeds this year from them. As far as everything else, it's, even without a lot of snow, we ended up with some little piles of stuff. Got to clean up from the winter. And she's off right now getting water. Here's her outdoor kitchen. And a little shot of the dome over there. I think this year we're going to use it for a chicken shed, since I already have my tool shed up. It'll be great for chickens. Considering the egg issue, I think that it would be wise. And my tool shed, I'm not going to show you inside because it's a mess right now. I wanted to show you my compost pile, not my compost, my humanure pile. It's just about full, and so it's going to be time to make a new one. And there's a pile. It's aged a year. We're going to give it at least another year, and then we'll use it on plants that are non-root plants, like trees and stuff like that. There's the pallets to be reused, and I'm thinking building back over here, because that's the eventual house site, and putting in the permanent humanure compost beds, so that I can not build new ones each year and have them all together and organized. So that's the road right there that we went up to go get the gravel. Road we made ourselves. So anyway, this shed is going to be made out of pallets and windows, and then we got some short 2x stuff that was pallets that didn't get made at the factory, and they sold off the pallet of the wood. So I got the wood for pretty cheap without any nail holes or screws or anything like that in it. We're still living on propane bottles. The bigger one, I've got to dig a trench for. I think that's about it. I did adjust those solar panels out there some. Let's see if I can zoom in. Last fall, they're all on one system on the house now, and I've got 2 panels up on the roof of the RV to charge the DC battery, and by noon we're fully charged now, except for on stormy days. So we're in good shape there too. So here we are, out here in the middle of the high desert of Arizona, northeastern Arizona, and I'm going to try to do a live show here pretty soon. Maybe that's when I'll talk about some of the personal issues. I don't like drama, but you guys should be aware of what's going on outside of just our homestead. Thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it, unlike it if you don't unlike it, and comment down below. Let me know that you're watching. Any questions about homestead life in general, especially desert, because we're still learning about that now. But before, we were in Idaho, northern Idaho, and we had a pretty good homestead going there. We were off-grid again, and that's why we're off-grid again, or back to off-grid. It's the life we want. It's the life we choose. We're away from power lines. Gosh, the nearest power line is about 15 miles that way. And there's a power plant over there. And the lines go the other way. They don't come this way. So we'll never see power out here, I don't think, except for solar and generators. Have a good day, and we'll chat soon.